Okay, so next we're going to hear from our main speaker, Laura Polito. She is a rock and advanced director from Mayo Pack, New York. Who else is from New York? Can I get a woo woo? Okay. She is 18 years in the business. She has $1,400 in sales. No, I'm kidding. 1.4 million in sales. She is a quick cooker ambassador along with Frial, Michael, and Michelle. She is an elite seller. She has held Excellence Awards for 15 years. Founders Award for 3 years. She's a Feeding America ambassador. Can anybody guess how quickly she earned Hawaii?
4 months.
5 months. That's crazy. Yeah, round of applause for that. She has 205 career recruits, and her cooking show average, take this to the bank, $1,056. That means when she leaves her home, that is her average. That is cray-cray. So I'm so excited to hear from her. Get your pens ready. Get your notebooks out. This girl is going to knock your socks off, okay? Laura, do you want to stand down here or up here? What do you want?
Here is fine.
Okay, sorry about all the balloons.
Which is a skinny angle, if I stand here or here?
What do you think? You look good no matter what. You have a little twist. Okay. There you go.
Give her another round of applause.
Thank you, and thank you. All right. Let me tell you, she only asked me once, okay? I have missed the boat on these bot retreats every single year, and every year on Facebook, I see all these pictures. Oh my gosh, shit, I missed it again. So this year, I am so honored. I really expected to be a student and not a teacher, so. Shelly's getting my candy. Oh yeah, I need my practice. She's getting it. Hurry up.
There's no chickens back there.
Let's go.
There's enough chickens.
Let's go. Grace, you don't have a stand? Like a, you know.
Well, I guess I pictured you up there, so I put the table up there. We can move the table down here.
No, there's like no stand, so I could like use my hands. The mic stand.
There was one, but it's a fire hall, and I think it might have melted over.
Okay.
All right.
I'll pay you later. It's all right. I feel like I'm hearing all that crackling. What place is this? No, I'm just kidding. So hi everybody, I am Laura Polito from Mayo Pack, New York, and it is my honor to be your trainer this weekend. It really, really is. I'm humbled. I'll cry on Sunday, not now, okay? So, who here, we're talking today about out and abouts. People think I know a few things about them, okay? I don't know, I've built a reputation with that over the years, so I'm just going to share with you guys what I do, and hopefully it will help a few of you, if not all 100 of you in the room, okay? So, who here wants more customers? Who here wants more shows? Who here wants more team members? And who thinks they're going to plop in your lap? Okay, so if you think you have exhausted all of your friends and family, think again. Because if you look in the mirror and you look at what you're looking at, know that that person in the mirror can get you out and about contacts every single day. But that person needs to be ready. That person needs to be clean. We're not going into hygiene, okay? But be presentable. I don't care what you wear when you go out, but be clean. You ever look like crap, and that's when you know you're gonna see a lot of people? So instead of going towards them, you're gonna run away from them. So always expect when you leave the house, put a mirror by the door, seriously, and check your teeth, get the mayonnaise off from the night before. I mean, seriously. All right, I just wanna lighten you up, okay? You know what I'm talking about. Just look clean. Donna's about to puke. Are you okay? All right, you're okay. All right, I'm gonna keep it clean from now on. Okay, but seriously, are you physically ready? Do you have logo wear on? If you want, guys, go to PC Gear. Are these T-shirts not the best that they gave it to us? I mean, give it up for the bot crew. Okay, what do you call them? The gringos? Okay, the bot crew. I love these T-shirts, and I'm not a T-shirt girl, but I'm gonna be wearing this T-shirt. Okay, that. And that quick cooker T-shirt I'm definitely wearing. But get yourself some PC gear. It's amazing how much more confident you feel when you're wearing PC gear. And guys, we all have an apron. Has anybody ever worn an apron out into the supermarket? Oh yeah, absolutely. Do it. You know where I learned that trick from? from Branda Schindeldecker. Because she put her apron on, she wears it before she leaves her house. And I'm like, why do you do that? She goes, doesn't everybody? And I'm like, no. She says, so if I go and get gas, I have my apron on. If I'm running in to get a quick drink, I have my apron on. And it's just like, she doesn't even think about it. She's been doing it, I think, since she joined Pampered Chef. Whoever taught her said, when you leave your house, you have to wear your apron. So, wow, that's brilliant, right? I thought that was so cool. And I actually have done that. And I have gotten hits with that because sometimes I'm so distracted that I even forget I have it on. And then people would actually talk to you. And I'm like, oh yeah, you know, right? So try it. We all have our PC totes. Use those to shop with. Strategically place them like in the supermarket where people can see you, right? If you have a catalog tote, if you have any type of tote that says Pampered Chef, always like strategically wear it either in front of you or people coming towards you or put it behind you. Switch your arms if the line is going that way. I mean, seriously, like be strategic as to where you show this your logo wear because people will absolutely notice. And if you guys have the shopping totes, you know the shopping totes?
Yes.
Oh, instant attention grabber. I mean, I had a lady standing outside the restroom because I left my bag there with a few things in it, and she's like, where did you get that? And when we first started selling those, we weren't selling those. It was a consultant-only incentive. And I'm like, I can't sell it to you. And I think I got her name after that to say if it ever comes again. And then for that point, like you have to get them while they're hot. Like if I was able to like place an order right then and there, she probably would have ordered it. But it was like months later or something when we were able to do it. It was like, forget it. It was just done. And so that's why you have to be ready to do business because you get them right then and there while they're hot. Because if they have to go home and think about it, then something else is going into their brain and you could just forget it. You lost that sale, you lost that team, you lost it all. Okay? You totally lost it all. And this is like making noise. Can I sit here so that way I don't have to like flip around? Is that going to be
Do
better?
you want me to hold your mic for you so you can talk with your hands? I'll sit
You want to be my microphone holder, Bolton? Oh, you're so cute. You want to sit better on this side? Okay.
just because I'm closer to the phone.
Oh, isn't she cute? She's my friend. Okay, good. Oh, that's so much better. You just want to be on TV. So what?
I'll just talk.
Oh, no, you don't have, no, nobody puts you in the corner, girlfriend, okay? So anyway, but the number one accessory that you could bring with you guys is your smile. Practice it. Every single person in this room has it, okay? Use it because it will make you so much approachable. In fact, I remember seeing something on Facebook where a photographer was going around the streets just taking pictures of people, and he stopped and he didn't take a picture of this old man. And the old man looked a little grumpy. And then he walked away because he had a camera in his hand. And the old man says, hey, what about me? And he goes, oh, sure, I'll take your picture. Do you want to smile? And all of a sudden, his entire face lit up. And he took this most beautiful picture of this old man. And then he realized, you know what? A smile can change the world. And so he would actually then take pictures, split shots of people serious, of how you perceive someone when they have like a frown as opposed to someone that smiles, and it totally makes you so much more approachable, so much more friendlier, and so much more open to do business. So guys, every single person in this room, smile right now. I wish we could do like a panorama of all the smiles because it totally changes your persona and it makes you feel better when you smile. Seriously, okay? No RBFs allowed. You know what that means? Okay, not allowed, okay? You guys know what that means? Okay, that's not allowed. We all... Okay, ask your neighbor. Okay, so are you prepared to do business with your paperwork, okay? So this is what I have. Let me see where my props are. Okay. Go into Staples, go into Office Max, and I'll pass this around. Pick up a plastic envelope, okay? You want your paperwork to be pristine because you do not want to have like raggedy papers in your handbag or wherever you keep them. You want it to look pristine because you are not only representing yourself, but you're representing the company. You want it to look professional, and that starts with a piece of paper, okay? So I'll pass it around. This is just a couple of bucks. So what do I keep in my little envelope is guys, ask Tiffany. I can't even make a label, right, girl? I just use company paperwork, and I just stamp it with my little stamp, and I just have mini catalogs. I even have old ones, because a lot of times if you pass like a bulletin board where you see like business cards and stuff, I tack up the old minis, because if you have them, tack them up. Don't ever throw them out or anything like that. I have in here my recruiting information, okay, so the new one, the make your everyday great, better, whatever. My business cards, and then I don't know if we still have them, but do we still sell the interview cards on the supply order form? No. We don't? Okay, could you get them? You could get them offline. Tiffany, tell them where you can find it. Put in that fancy, like, never know, okay? and a pad of paper, okay? So you always want to be able to hand all that out. So I'll just pass it around, just make sure I get it back. But it's a couple of bucks at like Staples or Office Max, and it just keeps your paperwork looking pristine. I actually like just bring my pocketbook. Hey, Donna, can you pick up the suitcase that's underneath my feet, like where I was sitting? That's the brown one, okay? The other one, the brown one. Thank you, okay? So my bag, I do not get a pocketbook unless I know I can fit in here and a whole catalog show packet and my big catalog, okay? My catalogs weigh a ton, but I do not carry around little handbags. I carry around big ones like this. This, by the way, was from Pampered Chef, so if you guys are interested in earning excellence, this is what I got with one of my excellence awards, is Dooney and Bird bag, okay? Because we were able to choose our rewards, guys, okay? That excellence period, go for it. It's fun. It really is a lot of fun. So anyway, do that. So mini catalogs make your everyday better. And then know what your next 3 available show dates are, guys. Do you know that you could book into like really close, like within 2 days? Because, you know, so say today is whatever, Friday, and if you talk to people and you see people say, hey, what are you doing next Tuesday? What are you doing next Wednesday? People can just send out a quick text now, and they can literally get together a couple of girlfriends in the house. Like, are you expecting a huge turnout? Probably not, but would you go for like 3, 4, 5 people if you can gather them up in a couple of days? And then just imagine that. Sometimes, to me, I love the smaller shows because they're so much more intimate. I end up recruiting more, and we get like more one-on-one, and from those shows, you'll get more shows, which will amount to more shows. So I know when I book in close, I will provide the recipe ingredients if I book in within 7 days. So I will bring, you know, recipes, my choice, you know, just bring your drinks, just bring your friends, and if you want, you could even bring some paper products. I mean, you know, who doesn't have like those cheap paper plates and stuff like that? Like, make it as easy as possible on the host. Just tell her, can you text a couple of friends? If you're home next Wednesday night, I will come. I'll make 2 kilo recipes, and just we'll get a show going. And guys, I did that on a Wednesday. She had a show on Friday. It was like 6 people at the party, but with outside orders, it closed at over $1,000. Okay, and that was booked in 2 days. So do not tell yourself that you need months and months and months, because people know what they're doing. They might not know what they're doing the third, you know, Thursday in December or whatever. I mean, it's stupid like to book so far out. You get better shows when you book them in close, trust me. Okay, so are you guys ready to do business? So here we are. I want you to go dig out your own handbags right now. Right now. First person to pull out a mini. Let's go.
Right here. Oh, there you go. I got it.
All right. Woo, Cora. All right. First person to pull out a recruit flyer. All right. Okay, we got Jillian. Woo. Oh, pass it to Jillian. Okay, we have another one who pulled it out. Here you go. There you go. Recruit flyer. Okay. Full catalog. Where are they? Oh, I saw Doug. We got a bunch of those. All right. Okay, full calendar. Full calendar.
Check this way.
Hands up. Full calendar. Full calendar. Catalog. Oh, all right, calendar. Your calendar. That's it. That was on the list too. Oh my God. Throw. Oh, we got some more on that side. Go ahead, Susan. Help me out. Stand up and throw. Come on. No kidding. This. Okay. Who has a full... do I need this microphone? No. I don't even need the microphone. Okay. Who has a full hose packet? Ooh. Oh, right there. Full hose packet. Yeah. Full hose packet. That's right. All right. Marianne, ABCDEFG has one. That she does. Oh, and so does Charisse. Okay, so does Charisse. So, here we go. I'm going to show you. I carry catalog packets. It's no big deal. Charisse, here, catch. There you go. Is there anybody in this room? Oh, I'm so much better without the microphone. Is there anybody in this room that does not know what mygirlfriendshouse.com is? You guys all know? Okay, so I'm going to pass this around. These are the bags that I get in packs of 100 from mygirlfriendshouse.com. They're fun. They're party-ish. They're all different colors. You could get rainbows and stripes and swirlies and confettis and what like that and whatever. You can even mail these, okay? So they won't pop. You could just go to the post office and they will mail it. So that way you could even, people see that the mail is a Pampered Chef catalog. So I actually going to pass this around. You could actually take a picture of the size, because when you go on the website, there's so many different sizes. So that's why I saved it. So I'll pass it around, the 9x12. And if you guys don't get this around you at some point, it's the 9x12 flat bags with lip and tape. That's what they're called. Okay? Yeah, but it doesn't say it on the label. I'm going to read you what the label says. It's going to go around so that way you can see. There you go, Nikki. And so I use company material. I don't make flyers. I just don't. So I didn't seal this one just so I don't have to like butcher it when I take it apart. But guys, it's like I do everything old school, okay? I use company material. I don't make up anything. I always do 2 catalogs. Make sure your information is all stamped on it. That's obvious. I throw in 3 order forms. Why 3?
One for each catalog and one to photocopy.
No, because I'm assuming that they're going to spend $75. So why 3?
Makes the party.
3?
Makes the party.
3 is a party. That's it. So keep it simple, right? And I just edit them on the bottom. That way it's all neat and like it looks really professional when you like print them off with your name on them and all that. So 3 order forms. Always the guest special. This month we have the pink special in there as well, and then the host special. Always some recruiting information with the host kit credit coupon. Who never uses that? Anybody? Okay, the host kit credit coupon. When you go under my shows or something, it's like show material. What's the tab?
Show planning.
Show planning. What? Show planning material on the right. You print them 3 to a page and just stick it in with your Make Your Everyday Better, so that way it's a conversation that you can have when you give it to that new potential host. And then if you have any, I throw in the mini catalog as well. That's my host packet. Now if I end up giving one away and I don't have one in my bag, where do you think I'm going to go to find more? In my car, okay? That's right. Do you have who has an office in their car? Oh, good girls. There's no guys in here tonight?
Where's the candy?
Oh, where's the candy? Okay, so
I'll
there you go. There you go. So this is just, I have extras at home, but this is just one of those little collapsible hanging bags. I mean, literally, just stick in here some extra catalogs, extra catalog packets, throw in some invitations. Everything that you normally would, because you never know. If you have a busy day, then you want to be able to just replenish, right? Especially if you know you're going to the outlets or if you're going to the flea market. You know, you don't want to be walking around with all the paperwork, but you want to know that you can replenish it again. And that was another thing. I ran into a store. So, you know what? Sometimes at a show, people just like observe and like they tell you, ask them if you want to have a party and they don't say anything, right? And this was a girl, Darlene, and she had just bought the cold brew pitcher, and I ran into her at the store. I'm like, hey, Darlene. She's like, oh, I'm going to get coffee. She's like, but I'm really thinking of that quick cooker. She didn't say a word to me that night, not a word, even though we were talking about it with a bunch of people. That was my show that I had booked within 2 days, just a few people. But she was very quiet that night. She bought the cold brew pitcher. Guys, we have other fantastic products. So don't discount everything else that we sell because it's all about the quick cooker. You know, so we had a conversation about coffee. And I said, Paul said, you know that you just need $200 in orders. And you know what? She wasn't listening at the party, right? So you gotta assume that she did not hear it. Even though she had a party with me over a year ago, she forgot. She's like, well, what do you mean? I said, just ask a couple of people, $200 in order. She goes, I could do that. I'm seeing my mom in 2 days. I was like, well, here's a catalog packet. She's like, really? She goes, you're good. I said,
Here, you get a piece of candy.
oh, yay! Because my butt needs candy. Anyway, so, but she, within like 4 days, she's like, I got like $180 in order. She goes, what if I just place a $20 order under my sister's name? I said, I don't care what you do. I said, you need $200 in orders. She did, and she got her quick cooker, and she's like, I can't believe it was that easy to get this for $114, down from $285, guys, okay? So it was just instantly, I was ready. If she had to think about it, if she had to go home, if she had to then cook dinner, would I have gotten that sale? No. So I went home, I put the show right into the computer, I did the share on the invitation. How easy is it now to share the shareable link for the party? So tech support, if anybody is on the tech support team, amen. That is the easiest thing for even someone like Laura Ingalls like me. I could even like share it, and she's like, wow, this is so easy. I'm like, I know, okay? It is so easy. But anyway, so that is you getting all your paperwork all together. And know your next date. So important. And do not be afraid to book in close. In fact, I challenge each and every one of you to book in close. Because when you book in close, man, can you imagine the business that you get from all of that? Even if it's just 3 or 4 people. Okay, even if it's just 3 or 4 people. What?
It's more than you had if you didn't
It's more. It's like you were going to be home anyway, right? So if you can go out and make a couple of bucks, even if it's just a qualifying party, that may be just what you need to bump you over to that next level. And just think of the people, because the people that are there are the ones that want to do Pampered Chef. And invite them to bring friends and give a gift to the friends and to the person that comes. I mean, seriously, just throw on a Season's Best, throw on a Toaster Tongs. You know, whatever it is, this is your business. You could spend however much you want. If you don't have a lot of Pampered Chef, go to the dollar store and get some fun Halloween stuff now. Get some fun pumpkin stuff. Get some fun candles. It doesn't have to be Pampered Chef if you don't want to go out and spend that money and pay the shipping and all that jazz, but you have a really cool dollar store by you. Who cares? People just want to feel appreciated that you're giving them something for bringing somebody. You guys get that? You know, like cute little, pot holders or whatever. What?
Throw candy at 'em.
Throw candy. Bring Susan Moulton with you. She is perfect at that. Okay. But what if you think you're just too scared to talk to strangers? Who here is scared to talk to strangers? We have a couple of. Oh, stop, Grace. You don't like to talk to strangers. But think about it. If you talk to strangers, what would happen? Seriously, what would happen if you talk to strangers? So, hold on. You think is what you think? You're so fast. Okay. No, if strangers talk to you, would you be upset? No. Right? If they complimented you. Or if you walked in, you were in Macy's and someone said to you, oh my God, did you see that there's a 70% off sale rack? And you're like, oh, where? Like, don't you want to say thank you? Right? Yeah. Thank you to that stranger. And so it's okay to talk to strangers. It's okay if strangers talk to you guys. It's okay. You just gotta get over yourself. But I'm going to help you do that. So, seriously. Seriously. Okay. So, but let's practice non-Pampered Chef talking to strangers. Okay, that's easier than saying Pampered Chef. Okay, so where are you? If you're at the coffee shop, be observant. If you're on a line and then somebody comes up to the counter, they order some weird cafe macchiato latte. Oh, you have never idea what they ordered. It sounds great to you, even if it doesn't, right? Oh, what did you just order? I'm new to the coffee shop. And they're going to tell you. Or if you're at a new diner or whatever, and again, they're ordering some crazy wrap and some crazy sandwich, and you'll be like, oh my goodness, I'm so overwhelmed by this menu. What do you suggest here? Just practice something like that. If you are, someone has a great haircut. Hey, I love your haircut. I'm looking for a new stylist. Someone is going to recommend a really good haircut. I mean, I've done that plenty of times. If you are, this is so fun. When you see a cute baby, we love babies, little Eris, wherever the heck he is with cutie husband, okay? You say to them, what a beautiful baby. How old? Love the outfit. What you don't do is you do not assume the sex of the child, okay? Okay? Where's Becky down? Where? Okay. All right. Your boyfriend's not that great, okay? I'm going to tell you right now. No, your boyfriend's not that great because 2 years ago we took down our pool and the parents came by and they have this beautiful baby and he goes, oh, your daughter is so beautiful. I remember when my Marina was that age. I love little baby girls. And she's like, thanks. His name is Jake.
I love my show.
Your boyfriend, okay? He was mortified. I'm like, you stupid idiot. You do not assume the sex of the baby. He's like, yeah, I was really embarrassed by that. I'm like, I know. I said, but sometimes little boys are so beautiful that they look like little girls. I said, but just say baby. They will tell you, okay? All right?
I love my show.
Yeah, okay, all right. At the nail salon, what color did you get? How many times, people are at the nail salon, and do you, stare at the million colors? Like, you don't know what color to get? Ask the person next to you, what color are they getting? Okay, it's nothing to do with Pampered Chef. It's just about breaking the ice. At the ATM, I had just gotten my nails done. What?
What's your password?
No, I don't know anybody's password. Anybody's wallet's so tight that you cannot put even in a piece of paper that they're so jam-packed and you can't pull out the card because your hands are wet? You never have nobody has a jam-packed wallet? Who has a jam-packed wallet? Where are my people? people. Thank you, Josie. Okay. Anyway, I forgot to take out my ATM card, so I actually was waiting for someone to come to the ATM so I could ask them to fish out my ATM card out of my wallet. It's a true story. To be continued, okay? To be continued. Another one at the nail salon. A girl was just telling the nail technician that she had just retired from her job, and she was like really young. And I'm like, I'm very bold. I'm like, wow, I said, you look so young. I just heard you retired. What did you do? She's like, I am so happy. I'm 40 years old, and I retired from the police force. I went in at 20. I'm out at 40. And I'm like, wow. And so we just started talking, okay? That's another story to be continued. But my point is that I'm talking to these people. It has nothing to do with Pampered Chef, okay? Okay, here's another one. Long checkout line at Bed Bath & Beyond and Kohl's, okay? There was a girl, she was like practically in tears. She had 2 brats at her feet, and she was just so frazzled. And I said to her, do you have any coupons? She's like, I wish I left them all at home. I'm like, well, here you go. You have 3 things. Here are 3 coupons. Who's got Bed Bath & Beyond coupons right now? Right now. A stack like that. I was going to tell you to take them out and count them. I was going to give you a piece of candy for each one. Do you know how happy people are when you hand them a coupon at Bed Bath & Beyond? Or when you are done with your 30% off Kohl's coupon and you know you're not going back to use it within that time frame, I make sure I give it to someone that has the most stuff in their hands. And I'll say, do you have a 30%? And if they do, I'll go to the next person. I never ever leave that store without passing off that coupon. And people are so appreciative. Does anybody else do that? Sure. Okay, there are a few of you that do that. Guys, it's nothing to do that. Also, if you're on the checkout line, I peek in other people's baskets because I always have a stack of coupons. That's a great way to start a conversation about Pampered Chef, because if they have some weird pot roast or some weird pasta, whatever, and you can say to them, what are you going to do with that? I'm like, oh, I've never heard of that. I'm a Pampered Chef consultant. I've never had a recipe like that. I mean, that's an eat that. We're going to get into that. But I tell people, say, listen, I have a coupon for that tie. Do you have one? No. I'm like, well, here you go. It's double coupon. Like, woohoo! So, yes, Friel. Why? Why am I going to prison? Because I'm sharing coupons? Absolutely, I do. I absolutely stalk them. Okay, see, and I can't throw out any coupon. I can't throw out any candy for all of those coupons. Okay, but guys, you guys get it. Just be sincere. Be nice. If you compliment someone on their scarf or on their shoes, no one's gonna say, "Oh man, what a bitch! You like my shoes." No one's gonna say that. No one is going to say that. Okay, nobody. They're going. You may just make their day. Okay, even if you have customer service people on the phone. I mean, I always compliment when I get good customer service on the phone, and I actually rat them out. I say to them, you know what? You have been so fine and gracious, and I loved working with you. I said, can you connect me to your supervisor? And they'd be like, why? I said, because I want to give you some kudos. Usually customer service reps get all the bad rap, okay? It's nice to get the good rap. So, you know what? That has nothing to do with Pampered Chef. I am sincerely making someone's day because they may have been having a crappy day, and I just picked them up. That their job that they hate day in, day out, they finally got, you know, saying that I feel worthy and I feel appreciated. So, guys, just practice it, guys. You know what? This is life. Just practice being flipping nice. Unbelievable. Okay, so you're physically ready. Now you're mentally ready. I'm hot. Woof. So much for ironing that for 10 minutes in the room, okay? Do you have an elevator pitch ready when someone says to you, well, what do you do? Who's never heard the term elevator pitch? You all have? Okay, does anybody have one if I wanted to call you out right now? Ah, hands are down. Okay. Oh, you do? Okay, we're gonna get to you after. I'm gonna make you practice that. But anyway, an elevator pitch, in a nutshell, is just what it sounds like. It's a short, 30 to 60 second, well-crafted business pitch telling someone who you are and what you do. It's called the elevator pitch because it's meant to represent the amount of time you'd have if you were stuck in an elevator with someone riding from the bottom to the top. And a solid elevator pitch will allow you to distill down to the most purest form exactly who you are and what you offer, and that focus can help you get new customers, hosts, and recruits. Think of it as a commercial, and you are the product. And you've got 30 seconds to market yourself, to convince someone to not change the channel, but to buy what you're selling, you as the next perfect Pampered Chef consultant, okay? So how do you write an elevator pitch? What do you do? Can you tell someone what you do in such a way that is interesting? And I'm just going to keep it really simple for tonight. I want to turn it into a quick little one sentence that will capture someone's attention. It's that one sentence that makes them say to you, wow, tell me more, right? Because that tell me more, depending on the time, can be done maybe right then and there, or maybe there's your invitation to get their contact information to continue that conversation, right? So one sentence. That's it. You got to think about what you do in a one sentence time frame. And I'm going to give you some examples, and you guys are all going to practice, and you guys are going to walk out of here with an elevator pitch. And it's only good if you what? Practice it. Practice it and then actually use it, right? You're going to actually have to use it. Some people can have this amazing elevator pitch and know what to practice on, okay? So we are going to work on that tonight. So what makes you the best at what you do? What's your hook? And most importantly, what do you want? Are you going out looking for recruit leads? Are you going out looking for shows? Are you just going out looking for that last order because you want to make your monthly sales goal, right? Because every month is different. So because depending on what you need is going to be depending on what your pitch is. So you got to have different pitches depending on what you want and who you tailor those pitches to. So it is one sentence, but it's one sentence for each scenario. Do you guys get that? So it's 3 sentences. Let's just, whatever. So anyway, elevator pitches, mistakes to avoid, okay? And I'm really good at this one. Speaking too fast. You only have 30 to 60 seconds, so try to avoid cramming 15 minutes into 1 minute, okay? You don't want to, guys, you don't want to throw up on people with an elevator pitch. It really is just a sentence to lure them in to say, I want to learn more, okay? That's all it is. You don't want to use highly technical terms, acronyms, or slang. No one knows what qualified means. PC dollars. They don't even know what the word quick cooker means at this point, right? Yeah. Those are our terms. That's our lingo. Talking general terms. Like you're going to talk about the quick cooker. It's just a pressure cooker, right? And you don't even talk about PC dollars. You could talk about, we reward new consultants with different certificates and gift certificates. Like gift certificate, you could think in your head, you understand. Anything beyond that, stop. Like anything that's like Pampered Chef techie language, shut up. Don't say it, okay? Right. Don't say it because nobody's going to understand. Because you don't want that person that you're speaking to feel dumb, as if maybe I should know what that means, right? You want them to be a really casual, relaxed conversation with just very, very simple words. But those words need to be focused, okay? Because you only have that small little time frame. It can't just be like a scattered thought. It needs to be something focused. That means it needs to be practiced. It needs to be practiced again till it rolls off the tongue, till you're smiling when you say it, until it sounds believable, okay? If you have to practice at home with your kids or your husband, I don't care who you practice with each other. I think Grace was saying before to find an accountability partner. Always find an accountability partner, okay? Do it. And being robotic, you don't want it to sound choppy. So you want it to be kind of just flow depending on what this pitch is to the person it is that you're pitching it to. And again, and after it's all said and done, if that person does want more information, not having paperwork or contact information or way to keep their information, and I'm going to get into that, because then you just lost them. Okay, wow, it sounds really good, but she didn't have a business card, so I'm not going to remember her. Or like, we all have our phones now. So I think in this stage of the game, when I Googled this was probably back in the day of the business card. I mean, now we have our phones, we have, social media and all of that. So I don't think that's so much prevalent because everybody walks around with their phones. But again, the biggest mistake is not saying anything when you have this great elevator pitch. Okay? So here's a few examples, because you're going to all write yours in your fancy dandy notebooks, okay? And I just made this one up before because I think it's just funny, but hey, I do pressure. Someone says, "What do you do?" Okay? But hold on. Yeah, we're gonna get into conversations about Pampered Chef. But elevator pitches. Here's an example. I do pressure cooker parties and I make a mean chocolate lava cake in 10 minutes. People be like, get it? Right? Okay. I own my own business and I provide fun and easy meal ideas for busy families through live cooking parties and through Facebook. One sentence. I'm a recruiter and a trainer, and I'm actively looking for people that would love to own their own business and make money on their own terms. Ooh, tell me more. I provide solutions to that always asked question, what's for dinner? Amanda, is that one yours?
No, mine, I have one.
I thought that was like, that got one from yours. Oh, I help families get around the table again with a healthy meal that takes about 30 minutes on busy nights. Like that's something you could pitch to someone in a supermarket that's like has all these kids all around, right?
I help busy folks learn quick and easy recipes while using top quality kitchen tools. Lately, I'm so lazy, I don't do any of that. Someone says, what do you do? I sell Pampered Chef for 18 years. Have you heard of Pampered Chef? And when was the last time you seen our product line? Here's a mini. You guys want to know what happened when I went to check in at the hotel today? Who checked in before me? Who was it?
Did you get a catalog to the reception?
Girl, I'm already
I gotta get Laura when she comes back down.
I'm already friends with her on Facebook. Okay, do you know what happens with Ginger Van Horn, the really pretty girl named Ginger that checked you in? I liked her thumb ring. What am I wearing? A thumb ring. I'm like, wow, I said, I really like your thumb ring. I'm like, I have one on too. She goes, yeah, I love them. I said, you know what? And then before that, she was checking me in. Her name is Ginger, and she's got red hair. I said, is Ginger your real name? She's like, it is. I said, your mommy named you right. She goes, right? Because she has red hair. She goes, it was even redder when I was a kid. I said, well, you have beautiful hair. And then I said, oh, I noticed your thumb ring. I said, I have a thumb ring too. And this wasn't even Pampered Chef. I didn't even mean to totally go there, but it just flowed because I'm just so used to this. And she's like, yeah. I said, you know what? She had it on both thumbs. I said, I used to have it on my right hand too. I said, but I do Pampered Chef cooking parties, and it would always get food in my ring. She's like, oh, yeah. She goes, I can see that happening. I said, do you know what Pampered Chef is? She goes, yeah, I love Pampered Chef. She goes, I've gone to a few parties. I said, really? I said, when was the last time? She goes, oh, my friend is Pampered Chef. I said, oh. I said, who is it? She goes, actually, she goes, nah, she doesn't do it anymore. I said, oh, who is your consultant? Guys, I talk to a lot of people, and one thing I will never, ever, ever, ever do is take someone else's consultant.
Right.
I will never, ever, ever take someone else's customer, ever. In fact, and if Penny Parks was in the room, if Laura Antical was in the room, I would tell them, they would vouch that I was like, wow, you know Laura? Come on, let's take a selfie and let's send it to her that I met you.
I do that all the time,
All
too.
the time. I said, you have to ask Laura about this great special that's going on this month. I said, because you can get 60% off of anything. If you want to have a party, hook up with her. Hey, Laura, I got a lead. She did a party for you like 3 years ago, and she remembers you. And I will do that. You know, I will do that. We cross paths with other consultants' customers. Give them back. It will come back to you 1,000-fold. Don't ever raise your right hands right now. Take someone's customers. Raise it.
I promise.
Raise it. I promise to never take someone's customers. Okay? Because that is really just crappy business, and that is not what we do. And in 18 years, I've never done that. So I said to her, who is your consultant? I don't have one. I said, would you like to see a new mini? She goes, I would love to. And then Susan, where's Susan? The three of you were sitting back there, and Lily, where's my Lily? Lily, there you are. I said, Lily, look. And I took a picture with her. The girl's like, okay? And I said, are you on Facebook? She goes, I am. I said, I'm going to find you right now. She goes, you got it. I said, okay. And we became friends instantly on Facebook. And then when I went upstairs and I unpacked everything, I brought her back down the main catalog, and I stuck in a recruiting flyer in there as well. Get it? Because she's a really good already at customer service. She took care of me wonderfully. Like, you could just instantly, like, figure out who it is that you would want to work with, right? So anyway, so that's mine. I sell Pampered Chef. You want a catalog? That's basically it at this point. If they don't have it. Okay, let's take a couple of minutes. Put down in one sentence what you do, and then some brave souls will share, and then you could share with each other.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, stand on the chair. You're tall. She's tall, so it's good. Here's your candy box. I know.
Laura.
1964-19. Amanda knows it.
You don't actually even need it to do that.
Yeah. Okay, one more minute. You write in one sentence, not a book. Okay, who wants to share an elevator pitch? I know Amanda had one before. Amanda, what's your elevator pitch?
I'm a maker of mealtime magic. Oh, that's a good one.
Okay, the pretty girl in the stripes. That's you. Yeah.
I help busy people work on their kitchen challenges and save them time and money.
Okay. Who else? Molten.
I've been doing, I help
busy people get dinner on the table in 29 minutes or less. Have you heard of the Pampered Chef? Another one. One more. No? Okay. Yes. And then we'll go on this side. Yes.
I help people stock their kitchens with reliable products that make life easier.
Good one. Tell
That's a
me
great
more.
one.
That's a really great one. On that side. Gretchen? Who
I
had it?
usually just say I'm with Pampered Chef. And
You're
that
just
makes
like you
it
do what I do.
Yeah, but I did just think of it. I might try this one. I teach in-home cooking classes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, that's very trendy. It's short. Tell me more. And again, you're not gonna tailor that to like the 100-year-old grandmother. Okay, like you're gonna tailor it to someone that maybe looks like she has a carton, like a cart full of groceries, right? That she's gonna have to cook, or someone that is obviously in business wear, right? If it happens to be like later in the afternoon, like you could tell that she's just running in to get some chicken or something, right? So it depends. You could kind of tell what people are doing based on the stuff that they're buying, right? Is it just going to be like, a little heat up pizza, or does it look like it's actual food? So again, you have to get different elevator pitches down and get them so that they flow, get them so that they're quick, 1, 2, 3, so that way you actually have that opportunity to use it, because then if you forget and they walk away, you're done, right? You got to get them right then and there. So you always have to be prepared, physically, mentally, and with that elevator pitch. Okay, but now we want to really talk Pampered Chef when we're out and about. Like, really want to get that word in there. So now you've mastered, like, complimenting people's babies, not boys or girls, just babies, right? Nice shoes, nail polish, even though it's the most disgusting color in the salon, it looks great. All of that, right? But now, where do you get real leads? The grocery store is the easiest place to talk Pampered Chef, guys. The easiest. And that's where, like, walking in with your apron really, really is just very, very natural. Walk in with your apron, walk in with your totes, walking in with your shopping totes, walk in with the new cooler. Who got that new cute little cooler last month? Woo-hoo, right? Put your little perishables, your milk and stuff in there. That's adorable, guys. Absolutely adorable. And walk in there with your Season's Best Cookbook. I mean, lots of times I'm literally like with the Season's Best Cookbook, looking for the red lentils. Right? Okay? Right? Okay. So you go down the aisle and you're like, excuse me, do you know where the red lentils are? Because sometimes things can be literally in front of your face. I must have spent 5 minutes one time looking for like Israeli couscous on one of our recipes. And I'm like, I could not find it for something. I called 2 people over to say, I'm trying this Pampered Chef recipe. I'm looking for Israeli couscous. The first person completely out of the way. I'll try somebody else. They didn't get it. I grabbed somebody else and we started having a conversation with Pampered Chef. A lot of times my conversations, believe it or not, go nowhere. Okay? Yep. So just because you talk Pampered Chef doesn't mean anything's going to happen. But the more you do it, it's a numbers game, right? The more people you call, the more shows you do, the more, it's all a numbers game. Eventually, the no is going to turn into a yes. Seriously, it's going to turn into a yes. And if they're just like completely frazzled, then you're like, just go to the next person. There's more people out there. Lots of humans. Okay, pick another human. But seriously, that new red lentil and spinach soup for red lentils, it's just so easy to say, I'm trying this new recipe from Pampered Chef. My name is Laura. Have you ever heard of the Pampered Chef? And if they're excited, sometimes they're jumping out of the skin that like, wow, I know someone that sells Pampered Chef. It's amazing, right? Has anybody ever done that, place an order with you on the spot because it's like something just broke or they don't have a consultant anymore. They haven't seen Pampered Chef around. Oh, is it still around? Yes, right? I love when I get that one. Cake mixes on sale. Oh, the easiest, right? You stock up. This is the aisle. All of them in the shopping cart. All of them. Take the frosting, just dump them in. You got all these piles of cake mixes, right? Because a lot of times I'll bring them to my shows. I mean, guys, sometimes you can get them for 88 cents and they don't expire out for like a year and a half or something, right? And then also the frostings and all that. People around you say, oh my goodness, I can't believe the cake mix is on sale. I said, I do 10-minute lava cakes at my Pampered Chef parties. And see what happens, right? You gotta people change like when you say Pampered Chef. Am I right? Yeah. Like they change. Like you could tell right away if they know what you're talking about. Yeah. And if they don't, that's when that elevator pitch comes in, depending on who is in front of you. Is it a mom with busy kids? Is it a professional person? Is it whatever? But it's just amazing. I watch people's expressions when you say, I do Pampered Chef. Just watch it. Because Ginger's today lit up. She's like, yeah, I know Pampered Chef. It's like all of a sudden she's doing her paper. Yeah, right? It's like, Gotcha. But I say it with total sincerity. But the company is so beloved, guys. Do you guys really? Do you love what you do? I mean, we can talk about the belief triangle, but I'm not training on that this time. But you have to believe, and I'm going to believe that you believe, because you would not have come all the way here to listen to me. I'm going to tell you right now. You would not have driven and flown. Who came here from Minnesota? Where's that girl? You crazy. Crazy. And even Sue. Where's Sue? She came from Colorado. There she is. 2 people took an airplane. Marie from Chicago. Marie. I love Marie. Ask Marie to show you her poncho that she got at Exec Sem. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Tomorrow you're going to model it all up, okay? Good. I'm wearing it. I want to take a picture with it, okay? Because that's what I want. Anyway. But yeah, cake mixes are so easy. And if they say, wow, lava cake in 10 minutes. I sell Pampered Chef, and I make lava cakes in 10 minutes in the microwave at all of my cooking shows. My guests are blown away. Would you like me to wow your friends too? I mean, it could just be something as simple as that, depending on their reaction. At the apple stands, okay? It's apple season. Do you guys know how to pick a good apple? It's so easy. So you know that there's people just like throwing them in the bag. And I'm like, do you guys? And I just joined them. I'm like, do you know how to pick a good apple? Nah, I wish I knew how to pick a good apple. I said, do you want me to teach you? They're like, yeah. I'm like, well, let's pick up an apple. So we both pick up an apple and we look upside down at the bud. If it's closed like a rosebud, guys, that's a fresh apple. If you pick up the apple and it has a hole, it means it's been sitting there for a while and it's kind of mealy and it has like, it's not as fresh. And I'm like, so you always want to look for the apple that has the closed bud. They're like, that's a great tip. I said, well, I sell Pampered Chef and I'm loaded with kitchen tips. Have you heard of the Pampered Chef? Okay?
Hey, we need clarification. Butt or bud?
Bud. The bud, like a rosebud. Oh, you typing? Don't type bud. Bud. I said rosebud. Hello. Look at the bud. Bud. I said rosebud. Did you ever hear of a rosebud? That's pretty nasty. You've heard of a rosebud? Okay, I'm losing control of the room down, okay? Cut it out. I said rosebuds, okay? B-U-D, D-D-D-D-D, okay? People are fresh. Tell your boyfriends. Tell your boyfriends. Yeah. All right. How about this one? Oh, you know, I think we had some pasta dish out. I remember going to the pasta aisle, and like people are picking this pasta, whatever, and I'm like, have you ever tried this pasta? They're like, oh yeah. I'm like, what do you make with it? I'm like, oh, I said, I have this Pampered Chef recipe that I have to try this pasta. Again, like just, you know, go down the busy aisles. I mean, guys, you know, even our quick cooker makes dog food now. So if you happen to go down the dog food aisle, Michael Yoakley makes dog food with his quick cooker. So if you see people loading up on dog food, you can easily say, hey, you know what? I have a recipe for homemade dog food. Have you ever made your own dog food? Because people love their animals more than the humans that they live with, right? Oh wait. All of you are allowed to tag Michael Yoakley in the quick cooker group. I have to get back to him. Where's Wolfinger? Yeah, I have to get, yeah. Wolfinger, you know why I told you to do that, right? Yeah. You all have my permission to tag Michael Yoakley in the quick cooker group and ask him for his recipe for dog food. I want his phone to blow up about 500 times. Okay? Yeah. Tonight. No, when you guys go back tonight, there's 100 of you. He needs 100 notifications about dog food. Do it for me, please. What did he tag you in? No, Wolfinger knows. It's something silly. Yeah. What?
You're being videoed.
That's all right. He's not seeing it now. It's all right.
2 months.
It's okay.
He won't see that.
Foreman can edit it. No. Just cut out all the bad stuff. That's okay. Yeah, come on. What? Yeah. What?
All the people in the video.
It's not live.
Tag them.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, we'll send everyone the YouTube link.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, anyway. I love this one, okay? You guys ever break the spaghetti in half and it goes like all over a million different pieces? You know how to stop that, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So what happens is when I'm in the aisle and people have spaghetti, I'll say, oh man, I said, And you can just talk to them. Do you ever, like, when you crack your spaghetti, does it, like, fly in a million directions? And they're like, yeah, I hate that. Like, you slip in it and you fall. I was like, yeah. I said, all you have to do is take that box and bang it against your counter while it's still in the box, and all the little pieces stay inside. They're like,
Yeah.
like the glazed over look like, what? Shut up. What?
They sell it pre-broken.
They sell it pre-broken for probably $1 extra, right? So people are like, why? I'm like, yeah. I said, I sell Pampered Chef. I said, these are just some kitchen tips that are in my brain. Have you ever heard of the Pampered Chef? People need to have value. I mean, seriously, they totally love these little tips. Or when you're near the garlic, right? Sometimes there's a big vat of garlic. I always pick up the garlic that has like that gnarly root, because that was, chances are that it was grown here in the USA, as opposed to that perfectly scooped out one that was a garlic from overseas. And you say, hey, did you pick the overseas garlic or the American garlic? They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, this is the American garlic. Well, how do you know? I said, because I like to support the American farmer, so I buy the ones with the little gnarly roots. They're like, wow. I'm like, well, that's I sell Pampered Chef, and it's just a kitchen tip that I teach at my cooking shows. And again, get that in there. It's so easy. But seriously, when you're online at checkout, the easiest thing is stock people's baskets again. I'm going to go to jail. But like, you know what? What are you going to do with that chicken? Oh, and they're going to tell you, like, you know, people are just waiting online. We're just looking at the stupid magazines or whatever. Have a conversation with the people in front of you about what's in their cart, because seriously, you actually may even pick up a new tip or two based on what it is that they have, right? Because everyone cooks differently. And I'll just say to them, you know, like, wow, I said, you know what? I said, I have an amazing pressure cooker recipe for that chicken that you can get it done in like 15 minutes. And they'll be like, what? And then you could say, well, I sell Pampered Chef, and we just came out with our brand new pressure cooker called the Quick Cooker. I said, would you like to see what it looks like? I have a catalog in my bag. Sure. And so I've done that as well too. I mean, seriously, if you have that time, right? If you have that time, if you know something's in season, if you know, what happened? What? Yeah. There you go. Okay, don't put it past me though to have the recipe book with me, because I do take it shopping when I go and I need a recipe. So I will grab. A lot of times in my bag is also the season's best and the Quick Cooker. Yes.
Has anybody ever said to you, like, mind your business?
Never. You know why? Because I'm friendly and I'm nice. And people said I smile at people. No one has ever barked at me and like said anything. But if they have that glazed over look, I just glaze over them and I go. I say it nicely, like, you know, I don't make them look like an idiot. I just like, oh, okay, you don't know where the couscous is. Okay, I'll find it, and then I'll just go down and whatever. Seriously. I mean, I even had the guy at like ShopRite. I was looking for the new pizza with that honey, spinach, and whatever, that one, right? And so I was looking for the pizza dough, and the guy was like packing the shelves. Like, he was in my way. I was like, dude, you know, I'm like looking for the pizza. He's like, well, what do you need? I'm like, I need the pizza crust. So he handed me the thing, and I'm standing there. He goes, what's the matter? And I'm reading the directions of my season's best. I'm like, it's the wrong one. I was like, it's looking for this other one. He goes, well, all right, let me move my boxes over and let me see if I can find it. He's like, oh, I found one. He goes, well, what do you got there? He goes, what are you making? I said, I'm making this pizza. He goes, that looks really good. I said, well, I sell Pampered Chef, and it's a new Pampered Chef recipe. He goes, oh, I love to cook. I said, really? I said, well, I have a catalog. He goes, well, I need some stuff for Christmas. Maybe I'll give it to my girlfriend. I'm like, okay. He's in there all the time, and I've already said hi to him a couple of times. He knows exactly who I am because I go in there once a week.
That's stalker.
Edit that. But and anyway, I talked about the shopping totes. Okay, at the nail salon, seriously, I mean, that's an easy way to have a conversation. If someone has a neutral color, I love that color. I said, you know what? I do Pampered Chef parties, and that would be a perfect color for my parties because my nails won't get messed up. It's a nice neutral color. If it's like some psychedelic, weird, ugly, crazy color, I love that color. I said, but I do Pampered Chef cooking parties, and I could never get away with that color at my parties. And see what happens, okay? Another one, at the doctor's office. Guys, that one is so easy. When you're in a waiting room, what's always there? Magazines everywhere. Guys, if you do not bring old books there, you are totally missing that boat. Do never throw them out. Don't leave the good ones, okay? Leave the old ones, but you gotta ask permission. Who do you ask permission from?
Receptionist.
The receptionist. Hey, I'm with, you know what, I'm waiting. I noticed you have a lot of magazines in the waiting room. Is it okay? I sell Pampered Chef if I leave a couple of books behind. They never say no,
And if
okay?
you collect $200 and more, you can get it free. Half
What?
price with 60% off.
I'm not up to that part yet. I said, I'm actually leaving some old ones behind. I said, because I only save the new ones. I said, but I'll give you a new one. Because, and you could share with your office mates. And they're like, oh, wow, you know. And usually it's like they take it, they love it. I'll say, you know what, how about if I come back in a couple of days? I said, I'll check in to see if you guys have any orders, like if it's somebody that's local. And then when you do, you go and you get some brownie mix or some pumpkin mix or whatever, and you make a little tray of something cheap and something clean and not all messy, okay, like no street tacos or anything like that. But like those new fall pans, how beautiful to just make some quick little pumpkin desserts, make a brownie in the brownie pan, cut them into triangles, right? Some powdered sugar, whatever. But on the plate, and I learned this tip from Lisa Nuttall. So guys, I have like no original ideas, but I give credit when credit is due. She puts on a plate a label, and she says, if you're reading this, then that means that my brownies are eaten. But here's my contact information if you'd like the recipe, Pampered Chef Consultant, blah, blah, blah. And then she puts clear packing tape over that, so in case like it gets all dirty, if they rinse the plate or whatever, it still stayed nice and clear. And so she has gotten orders from people like that. I mean, because seriously, in a break room, you see an empty plate, like, oh man, it was like this great brownie thing, you know, you never know, right? You're gonna leave them anyway. And that's called pampering a business. Have you guys ever pampered a business? Okay, you could do that with your house, you know, any salon, any business that you go into frequently that's in your town that you would love to do business with. That's a really easy one to do. I love this one. Where I live, there's always a table outside of the supermarket looking for money. ASPCA, American Cancer Society, the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts. Yes, you here too? Who goes into the supermarket from the other entrance because you don't want to get to that table, right? Who goes around, right? Go right towards that table. I take $1 out of my bag. I'm like, here's $1 for your bucket. Who here is in charge of this table? I said I could show you different ways that you could make more money for your organization. So chances are that it's usually like a different parent or it's somebody that's running the table. They have like time shifts. Oh, it's not really my table, but so-and-so runs the table, the PTO president or whatever. Is it okay if I have their contact information? Sure, they don't care, right? They have a website or whatever. Usually it's through a school, it's through a Boy Scout league or whatever. And that is all. Fortune is in the follow-up with that, guys. Seriously, I have gotten fundraiser shows from that because normally nobody comes to the table to give extra money. Like they just want to do what they got to do. Or like, you know, like seriously, like I don't buy from kids' bake sales. I'm sorry. I don't know where fingers have been, right? I do not. But I will always put money into the bucket and always offer an opportunity to raise money for their organization. Guys, fundraisers, if you're not tapping into them, you are missing the boat on fundraisers, okay? And you know what? It's still not too late to book one of those kitchen fundraisers. It goes, you could do one now and have it running until November 14th. Okay, so if you do see the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts, it's still not too late to reach out to teachers and coaches. And Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts are allowed to do it because then they do it and they donate it to to the school in need, right? So there's all the information on Consultants Corner under charitable giving. There's tons of information. Your marketing flyers are there, but go and find those tables, okay? And a lot of times, sometimes you see the flyers up like in the post office or whatever, like with the take a number, pull the number off, right? Forget about pulling the number off. Take your phone out and just snap a picture of the whole ad so that way you have it all. And then when you go home, again, remember, fortune is in the follow-up. I happen to see your flyer in the post office on Route 6. And obviously, you know, you're doing some sort of a fundraiser. I'm with Pampered Chef. I'd love to offer you an opportunity to raise more money for your organization. No one's going to say no to that. Seriously, they're not going to say no to that.
Car washes is a good one too.
Car washes are a fabulous one too. Absolutely. Oh, here's one. Here's when my nose is going to get even bigger. Okay, ready? An easy icebreaker. When you see someone like a Panera or someone that like looks like really hip and like, oh, she looks really cool. Oh, hi. And she has no idea who I am. I'm like, you were at that last party. And she's like, who? I'm like, weren't you at my last Pampered Chef party? I like that. She's like, no. I'm like, oh my goodness. I said, you have a twin in town. I said, I could have swore you were this really cool girl that I was hanging out with at my Pampered Chef party last year. Stop it, it works. It works. It totally, what? Carla! Oh, see? Carla does it too. You know what? So, it's a mistaken identity. But it may be enough to say, no, but you do Pampered Chef? I'm telling you. Practice it. And like seriously, like post in our group page if you like went up to someone and said, hi! And they'll be like, I don't know you. Oh my goodness. See, you think I'm off the wall, but this is how I get my out and about contacts. Okay, so there you go. Okay. But you know what? It's fun. It is absolutely fun. So clearly she'll say, oh, I don't think we've met. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm with Pampered Chef, and you look just like a guest that was at my last party. And that's sometimes enough to spark that conversation. Okay. This one is another shout out to Becky Dowd's boyfriend, Joe Polito, okay? I know. My husband doesn't have Facebook, but he uses my Facebook all the time. And he's always buying junk on Marketplace. Always. He's always putting in bids. He's always putting in offers. And what do you think happens to my phone all day? It blows up, okay? And all I hear from him is, did you hear from that one? Did you hear from that one? I don't care about your mulch. I don't care about your rocks. I don't care about your patio. I don't care about your barbecue. But I'm going to get him. So I answer them back. Oh, your name sounds really familiar. Will you have my pampered checkbook? I must have about 15 new Facebook friends because of the fact that he was buying some stupid rocks and that name looked familiar, that maybe it was the husband of somebody. It was not, but still, it was enough for them to say, oh, wow, okay. Yes, April.
And didn't you sell something of yours that you ended up, when they came to pick it up, they ended up booking a party with you?
She didn't sign yet, but yes,
signing.
she came to buy my patio set, and I happened to be doing a team meeting on my patio set, and I'm like, if you step foot on my property, you have to become a Pampered Chef consultant. She looked at me. It was all in good fun. Were you there, Amanda? No, you weren't. But it was so fun because she was so fun, and she just sat and she talked to us for like 15 minutes. I'm like, girl, you're one of us. And so we're going to have a party. She just moved into the new neighborhood. She's getting her new kitchen, but we're having a party, and then she's going to feel out her new neighbors and see if she wants to join Pampered Chef. And that's because she came to pick something up that Joe Polito was selling on Facebook. So I'm like, I'm going to fix this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And when people come and pick stuff up, there's a catalog taped to everything that they pick up if he sells stuff too, okay? There is. There absolutely is. And if anybody ever comes to like fix anything in my house, I give it to them. Hey, who cooks in your house? I do. My wife does. My girlfriend does. Well, here, I sell Pampered Chef. Here is a catalog, okay? Be ready, even in your own house, to be ready. Okay, so before I had started two conversations, I'm going to finish them because we are getting to the end of this, okay? So, at the nail salon, when that police officer said that she had just retired, she was 40 years old, I said to her, well, you know what, I sell Pampered Chef. We started talking. Her name was Rose. She kind of recognized me from church. And I said to her, I said, well, listen, I said, I happen to have a party like around the corner tonight. I said, would you like to come? She's like, actually, I have nothing to do tonight. She came. I didn't even know her, but she came. Like I guess she got the vibe because I'm smiling and I'm friendly, that I'm not like some weirdo, okay? It's, all right, like, I take that back. Quiet. All right. Rose came to my party. Rose had a party. Rose joined my team. Rose was the very first director on my team, and we traveled together through Pampered Chef. Okay? Amanda, you know my Rose, right? Love Rose. Okay, she stopped now because her kids were so involved in sports and whatnot, but we have still maintained friendships, okay? Friendships that will last a lifetime, okay? Because I was talking to her at the nail salon. Okay? ATM, okay? Hi. I said, Sue came. Can you go in my wallet? Excuse me. I'm like, I just got my nails done. I said, I forgot to fish out my ATM card. I'm like, can you go? I'm like, I know. Can you go in my wallet and just take out my card? She's like, yeah, all right. I'm like, I sell Pampered Chef, and I'm on my way to a show, and I forgot to take money out. That look. Yeah. That look. You sell Pampered Chef? I'm like, I do. She goes, I love Pampered Chef. I'm like, wow. I said, but I'm really in a rush. I said, can I get your contact information? I said, and I'll give you a call. And are you on Facebook? I friended her right then and there. And I took out my phone, and I didn't put her in by her first name. Oh, I had my phone in my hands and my keys, and I forgot to take the ATM card out, okay? Happened to have my phone in my hand, though, okay? I put her in as Chase ATM Sue. I don't put her in by the first name. I put her in from the place that I met because of the fact that I'm going to forget her name, but I'm never going to forget where I met her, okay? If I'm in CVS, it's CVS Pharmacy. If I'm in Stop and Shop Deli Department. And then there's room on your phone to put the date as well. So in my phone, it still says to this day, she's Chase ATM Sue with the August date of when I met her. And I have friended her on Facebook. Because seriously, if you have like a common name like an Ann Smith, okay, there's a bazillion of them on Facebook. And if you have a picture of a dog or a cat, you can never find that person. So I say to them, let me find you right now, especially if you have a common name, so they'll find you and then they'll friend you. I forgot about her. She forgot about me. My follow-up went nowhere, and I just forgot. A year later, the spiralizer came out. and suddenly somebody is commenting about that Greek spiralized salad, okay? And she was going back and forth in Facebook, and then we're going to learn tomorrow with social media how to take that conversation to private messenger, okay? So now I'm private messaging her like, Sue, how do I know you? She's like, I don't know. How do I know you? I have no idea, but we're friends. And I'm like, well, let's figure this out. This is all through texting. And she's like, I'm like, where do you live? Yorktown. I'm like, I know who you are. And I pulled out my phone, I took a screenshot, and I sent it to her. I said, you're ATM Sue. Well, ATM Sue had a $1,000 party for me. She had another party for me. One of her relatives joined my team. Her niece had a party. Her other niece had a party. Her friends had a party. All because I asked a stranger to fish out my ATM card, okay? And I said to them that I'm with Pampered Chef. But that contact didn't happen for a year. Okay, so just because, like, you know, you meet people does not mean that it's going to happen right away. It takes time. And then from there, we've developed a relationship that I just had I had just dropped my son off at this train station. It was 7:30 in the morning. I knew I was passing her neighborhood. I woke her up out of bed. Sue! And she knows it was me. She goes, what? What? I'm like, it's Laura Polito. She goes, I know. I said, I'm in your neighborhood. You wanted me for Dunkin' Donuts? I'll treat. She goes, only for you would I get up. I'll meet you right there. And she met me. She goes, Laura, she goes, I'm going to have you know, my husband can't even get me out of bed. And why did that happen? Because I'm her friend.
That's right.
And I had a catalog. I gave it to her. No big deal. But, like, we are just...
Because that's your nature.
Yeah, but not, I didn't give it to her to get an order. I was just like, here, it's like it's service now that I'm offering her, okay? Because now this would be her third party that she wants to have because she's like, you know, I watch your quick cooker videos. I didn't have to say it. I'm like, I know. I'm like, when are you going to get it? She goes, I will. We're going to have a party before Christmas. I'm like, okay. And now how's the kids? Tell me about the kids. Tell me about your life and blah, 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 blah. We didn't talk about Pampered Chef ever again after that because I've already established that relationship, guys, okay? We are in a relationship business. I don't care how media tech savvy, how many labels Foreman can make, I don't care, okay? In the end, it's people doing relationships with people. And those relationships got to start somewhere, okay? And there's a whole world of strangers out there for you to make friends with. What else do I got? Okay, so how do you capture that information? I kind of get into it. I capture it right then and there on my phone. That's the easiest way. I mean, for years it was like, put a Post-it note on every catalog and don't give a catalog out until you get that paper back, okay? Then when you get all these papers like crumpled up in your bag and you forget all about it. But do it. You have room in your phone to take notes. You know, put a description about the person. Oh, pregnant mom. She said she was moving, you know, with a little baby, you know, whatever. A description, tall, short, however you want to describe that person, right? The one walking the dog, whatever it is. You could fit that in your phone. It's amazing the number of characters that you have in the phone. So when you look at back at it, so mine was Chase, ATM Sue, and the day we met. That was enough for me to trigger my nail conversation, okay? And that's something that she'll never forget, because which stranger ever does that, right? Just me. Okay. Take out your phone, ask if they're on Facebook. Here's an old school tip. If you want to, like, in your bag, like, carry a notebook, right? And every out and about contact you meet, just make their own page, because it may take a year, if not more. It's, guys, that you could keep contacting people until they tell you to go away, okay? Because it's never, like, sometimes the right season, the right time. No does not mean not ever. It just means not now. And you got to get faced with rejection. We're going to talk about rejection on Sunday during that close. But, guys, the word no, you're going to hear it over and over and over again. And it's okay. But if you want to start that old school notebook, it's all up to you. You can do something techie, whatever. Okay. Mention that you do referrals if you start talking to people, because, you know, people may not want to have a party, but they know people that party. Okay. They know people that work in offices and that have books going around. So don't be afraid to ask for referrals, but just please give a gift for any of those referrals. And friends, everybody that is your customer and anybody that wants to do business, and say to them, listen, you know, are you on Facebook and you're on social media? Would you like to be friends? I do recipes and tips and sharing and outlet specials and all of that. And here's a good one that I had recently learned. If you're engaged in a conversation and you have a big bag suitcase like mine, right? And you're in a spot with like a lot of kids in a park or whatever, carry like, you know, little coloring sheets, or like when you go to Chili's or Applebee's, you know, get a couple of extra little kid kits. So that way, or get like, stock up on some stupid stickers, right? Kids love stickers. And so if you would love to have a couple of minutes to talk with the mom, talk with the dad, talk with whoever, you know, give the kids something to do, can you buy you that extra minute, you know, and it really doesn't weigh much. weigh too much, right? It doesn't weigh too much. So that's a nice little tip that you can always have with you. And so really, so now that you've parted ways, when do you follow up? It's recommended that you follow up within 24 to 48 hours of making those contacts, because then that contact will remember you, right? It could be a quick email, a phone message, a text, a Facebook message. It could be just something like, hey, Grace, it was so wonderful to meet you at the coffee shop. Where's my Grace? You know it's the coffee shop, girl. I can't stop thinking about you and how nice you were, and I'd love to do some Pampered Chef business with you. Did you get a chance to look through the catalog? Or did you talk to your girlfriends about hosting a party? Or did you look over the recruiting information that I gave you? It all depends on the conversation that I had, right? Whatever your conversation was about. If it was about a show, I'd love to connect with you. I just got a cancellation for next Friday. I'd love to be you to be the first one to have it, because I just really enjoyed our company the other night. And just see what she replies back. Start that conversation going. Will you always make contacts? Absolutely not. And it's okay. Many will lead to nothing. I'm going to tell you right now, most of mine lead to nothing. You think I'm all so cool. Ha! Most of them lead to a big fat zilch. But the ones that do pan out, they pan out good. Let me tell you. They really pan out good, because so much, I could trickle back so much business to those out and about contacts from that one person that said yes to me, okay? Just think. Okay, so will you always make contacts? Many lead to nothing. Some might take months and months. I said that. Okay, just think that so what happens is when you're going out and about, you're going out and you're living your life. That's just it. You're doing nothing different to make these out and about contacts. You're going out, you're getting your hair done, you're going to the supermarket, you're going to get your tires rotated. You're going out and you're not stopping anything, you're not adding anything, you're just interjecting the words Pampered Chef in a conversation with strangers, maybe making someone's day, maybe offering someone a Bed Bath & Beyond coupon that has nothing to do with Pampered Chef, but it's gonna happen. Just keep doing it with the intention that, you know what, you're going out there to make contact. So everywhere you go, there is a new customer, there is a new host, there is a new team member, but ask yourself this question. Is there always a consultant and a recruiter ready to do business?